Alright, for question number 5, let's do number 5, but let me read the directions. Factor each binomial by means 2 using the sum and difference of perfect cubes formula. Remember, everything that I'm squiggling, you won't have those hints. On your next test next week, it'll just tell you to factor. So your hint is a binomial. Now, on the next page, there are binomials. Take a look at this binomial that you already did on page 79. Here's a binomial. 1, 2. There's 2 terms, and you have an A and you have a C, and what we did is we added a 0x, and then half of 10 is what? 5, and you have A, B, and C, and then half of this number, so you can use your Xbox method to factor, okay? Pay attention now. But in our problem for question number 5, if you add a 0x, class, what's half of 3? $1.50, right? Does that say $1.50? No. So this says that basically means no, you can't use Xbox. What you're going to have to use here is the sum and difference of cubes. So let's just follow the steps that we wrote down. Step number 1, we need to take the cube root, get A and B. So let's find the cube root. So we don't need this part. That's just to help you explain it. Okay, this is the first time that we've ever discussed what a cube root is. It is the square root, or a radical sign. But previously, if we had no number there, that's called the index. We normally had said it was a power of 2. Now it's a power of 3. What does that mean? I'm trying to find 3 identical numbers that multiply to be 343x to the third. Now, let me show you one version of a calculator. Some of you can put that in your head and figure it out. For me, I might want to open my calculator. And on this Casio, the cube root is here in yellow. It's normally near the square root button or an exponent button. Okay, so I'm going to press on. Mine is in yellow, so I have to press shift first, and then that button. And there you have the cube root. I can type in 343, press enter, and get an answer of 7. What does that mean? You can do 7 to the third power, and you'll get 343. So my A value is 7x. Right? 7x times 7x will give you 49x squared, times 7x will give you 343x cubed. Now the cube root of 1 is just 1. 3 identical numbers that multiply to be 1, the answer is just 1. You can even put that on your calculator. And then this is your A and this is your B value. That was step number 1. Get the cube root and get A and B. Step number 2 is write down the formula. So which formula do I use? Well, I see a minus sign in the original problem. Let me point this out. Put a big minus sign. And so then you're looking at the formula above that has a minus sign. So let's look at it. Put your finger on the one that has a minus sign. Right here. So this is the formula I need to write down. Let's write it down. A minus B, A squared plus AB plus B squared. And let me show you guys, as this is your first problem of the day, why the acronym SOAP is there. Same, opposite, so same, opposite, always positive. Okay? So we took the cube root, got a and b, we wrote down the formula here. Now we're going to do a substitution. Every a value is going to be 7x. Okay, pay attention here. Every b value is positive 1. This negative sign, you don't need to do anything. Okay? Okay. So a value is 7x and our b value is 1. Now, be careful that you're doing these substitutions in parentheses. Everyone say parentheses? Extra parentheses. Watch. A is 7x. The minus sign. The b value is 1. Then I'm just going to copy down this parentheses. My substitution for a is going to be 7x. And I'm just copying the power of 2. And then I have a plus sign. My a value is 7x. Parentheses. B value is 1. And my b value is 1. I just did my substitutions. And then in the last step, we just need to simplify. So let's simplify. I don't need the parentheses here or here, so I just have 7x minus 1. Here, this means 7x times 7x, which is what, class? 49x squared. 7x times 1 is 7x. It's positive. And 1 times 1 is just 1. So my answer, how do I factor 343x to the third minus 1? I put it into my formula, and that's our answer.
I love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you? I love math.